Okay, guys, let me know if you can hear or see us now. If you can't, there's nothing I can do.
Okay.
Huh?
You're saying okay.
No, that's because I told him I was going to go out and come back in. Now you hear and see us. I don't know what happened. Who knows? But I'm glad you're still here. Let me
Yeah.
know if you guys are still here. I know Linda's let me know, and Man of the Universe, Norman's here, and just let me know if you're stuck in there with us. Cool, 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 cool. Thank you. I don't know what happened, but it's just temperamental electronics. Who knows?
Go back through the rest of them, see if they come in there.
Yeah, yeah. I think that was about all it was. Is Dee Dee and George, Vern, and I think that was it. And Jill. So yeah, now they can hear and see us. Okay, cool. Oh, all right. It wasn't anything wrong. I just had to close my. I had to restart the computer and go back through it again, and then it kicked in. Thank goodness. I'm glad you guys are patient. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't even go back through what we did because I have to. I don't even have it pulled up now. So what do you want to talk about
Whatever
tonight?
you.
What do you want to talk about?
Well,
You were going to talk about chaos, and that's exactly what we had was chaos.
okay. You got
So go
anything
ahead.
you want to add to what you just
No,
said?
no, go ahead. What do you want to talk about?
Okay.
You were going to tell us about chaos.
Last week we talked about waking up in a deeper sense of making more space for the non unstruggling identity to come through. Most of us in brick and mortar been taught that when something come up like what just happened with our sound and being able to hear us, they would claim that to be an attack of the darkness or the Satan or the devil. But there's another way you can look at this thing where it can eliminate even the conversation about the ego or Satan to a degree that you can find out that what happened was a tremendous asset and not a liability.
Yeah.
And we'll constantly, because things don't go a certain way, the monkey mind or the ego or whatever it is in this life seems to think that everything is a fight and a war. Now, these distractions, like what we're having, what the world is having now in our government and around different places, is an indication that there is a change taking place, and the precipice is manifesting itself in the sense that you are to proceed on, but with a stateliness, or you might say, proceed on without allowing that distraction to fill the space
Mm-hmm.
or occupy a certain portion of the way you see things.
Yeah, I remember the first time we heard about the precipice
Yeah.
was when the day the Earth stood still, the remake with
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves,
Mm-hmm.
and he came, the alien who was Keanu Reeves came to Earth to actually destroy it because mankind was so corrupt.
Yeah.
And when he got there, there was this one gentleman who was a scientist, and he said, give us a chance. Humanity always changes at the precipice.
Mm-hmm.
So that means at the very last moment. And I remember years ago when we were in the brick and mortar, Laverne had this saying. She said, whenever we embark on having any kind of event, we would always introduce it to our people, and then we would expect them to we'd give them tasks, and we'd expect them to, go through and follow through.
Mm-hmm.
And inevitably they would wait until the very last minute. It looked like we weren't going to get anything done, but they would wait to the very last minute. And she said, don't worry, they'll always come through right at the end. And that's exactly what happened. So it's like that with mankind, with humanity, isn't it?
Yep.
At the precipice. Yeah. So chaos again.
Yeah, chaos. We spell it, what is that?
CHAOS.
Now,
what do you guys think chaos is? Type that in and let us know what you know about chaos.
Chaos is an indication that guidance is. Now, watch this. Now, this is very touchy. Chaos is a reaction. It is something that seems to be a speed bump, but is put there for a purpose. Now, if we go all the way back to the wisdom of the eternal self, before we came here into this story, we had to have
this self-created story.
Yeah, we had to have something here to give us direction for the next move. What you say?
Laverne's telling us what her version of chaos is.
What
organized dysfunction.
Yeah, now that's a good one, Vern. That's Mr. Vern. That's a good one. But in other words, we as the seer and the observer of all things, no form, no shape, until we get to this physical world. Staying cool when Jesus was in the boat and he was asleep and the storm came up, he would have stayed there if he had not been summoned from the reactions of the others at the top of the boat.
Right.
Him in the hinder part of the ship is a esoteric meaning of the deeper self, or the esoteric self, or the deep part of the subterranean area of the non-disturbed identity.
Can you hold it for just a minute and let them tell what they think chaos is? Now, Sinette gave us a different spin on it. She said chaos is a rebirth, a moment to take a new direction.
That's right.
Yeah, I like that. And then Pearl says, to me, it's a disruption of harmony in a situation. Norman says it's confusion and disorder.
Yeah.
Linda says it's too much at once. And all of that's true. All of that is true.
But now, what do you see? Go further into it, because if you stop there, it'll seem like it is anger, disruption, and then you want to cut somebody out or knock them upside the head, or you want to call somebody and straighten them out and all that kind of stuff. That would be the lower dimensional, the lower energy. Let's just say I'm trying to get from point A to B, and distraction and chaos is in between there. But what's in between distraction and the real actual place that you are is a temporary interference to give you a greater sense of direction. And that chaos is telling you there's an impasse. There's something on the other side of this chaos that's much more, it is much greater than where you were before the chaos came up. And I hope I'm making it clear to you, because it is, in other words, if it's guidance, if it's direction, get ready, because spirit does not stop. He's that part of us that is eternal. It will either sit there and wait for the traffic to clear up, or it will cause the traffic to speak to us about a past experience or a past event, mostly to show us that it is something greater. Because if it did not come up, why would it come up if there was not something that was on the other side of it? That's why they call it an impasse.
And that's good, because Jill said chaos is built into the plan.
Yeah. This is a lily dilly. Now you got to hear.
So what we went through tonight with coming online,
if we
and
had given
going
up,
live was chaotic.
Yeah.
on this end, it was chaotic because I didn't know why it wasn't doing it, and I had to figure things out. And I don't think I did anything different, but
Mhm.
it was presented so that we could talk about how do we respond
Yeah,
to
this it's saying I want you to
chaos.
talk about something else. I want you to look into this because there is a mother lode
Mm-hmm,
gold. There's
mm-hmm.
something in this that is making the monkey mind seem like it's in charge, but it's not. It's not.
Sometimes, speaking specifically for myself, sometimes the chaos isn't anything happening out here, but
Mhm.
it's inside me.
Yeah, yeah.
It can be a sense of boredom, a sense of restlessness, uh, a sense of feeling overwhelmed when there's really nothing going on. It's like just a sense of foreboding, like you're not really sure, but like something's gonna happen, and all of those things that the mind and the emotional centers conjure up, not really knowing what's triggering it, but that chaos can be sometimes inside of us, can't it?
I call it the great undoing.
Yes,
That's what it is.
yes,
The great
yes,
undoing.
yes.
Chaos is, wow, what is being undone now?
Yeah, and I like what Sinette, where she's going with it, because she says a holy moment,
Yeah,
because there are no rules of norm that applies.
yeah.
Yeah, you have to use your inert knowing of going through, often by letting go. And I like what you're saying, Sinette, because that's kind of where I am right now. And not even when there's something that comes up, not even activating or initiating a prayer, but simply sitting with what's going on, allowing it to go on, and then realizing, if in fact there is no God outside myself, then whatever it is here can deal with this chaos, or can overcome the feelings of chaos, of this chaos. Uh, and I don't know if I'm making myself clear with that or not, but I'm beginning to relax back into myself
Okay.
without looking for God to intervene.
Chaos is the measuring stick for how we wouldn't say strength. How see, I'm trying to get it away from us doing the doing self
Okay.
into
Okay.
the non-doing self because
Mm-hmm.
chaos seems to give off the attention to draw you away from, did I do something wrong? Do I need to
And
repeat
what do I
myself?
need to
Do
do
I need to? I need to. I'm
to
trying
clear
to.
this up?
So that's
Yeah.
what we did when we
Yeah.
kept going over and over, signing out
Mm-hmm.
and signing in.
Mm-hmm.
It is an indication that you need to know something about yourself that you haven't known or was aware of, and chaos is revealing to you now what is been the cause of you not being able to hear, see, feel, smell, and know more about your infinite identity.
Okay. So, using what we went through tonight, I did not know what to do. However, I had to apply everything I knew.
Okay, here's the clue. The reason why you didn't know what to do is because you were the one that did know in
Mm-hmm.
your true self what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's just say he took over.
Well, and it was and it was
Your
it
when I
was
say he took over, I'm talking about your eternal self. It was showing you
and
how
it
what it's like for
was
that to take over.
okay. The whole thing was rectified
Mhm.
by a reset.
That was God.
It was a reset.
That was him.
So that tells me this, that sometimes when there's chaos, you can't start from where things are all chaotic.
Right.
You've got to go all the way back.
This is where the watcher comes in, the
Yes,
observer.
all the way back to square one, to see or to do a reset.
Give you an example.
And I'm not sure if that makes sense,
Yeah.
but
Um, Here it is. Peter asked the question. Jesus asked the question, "Who do men say that I am?" And he asked the disciples, "Whom do men say that I am?" And some said that he was John the Baptist, Elias, and Jeremiah the prophet. And one of the prophets, he said unto them, "But who do you say I am?" Here is a moment right now of chaos. Chaos came up. It brought a question up. It brought up an impasse. It brought up why. What are we doing this for?
It also brought up frustration.
Frustration.
It also brought up some level of fear, some level of panic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the clue. You really getting ready to see who is really walking this walk from the no form, no shape identity.
Yeah.
All right, you get ready to see what it is like to see. I'm trying to get away from the God thing, but you can't because if you are ready to see more of Him, chaos is there to adjust you to see. It is not by might nor by power, but by your divine essence. Let me tell you something. The divine essence does not sleep nor slumber because of chaos. It does not change its course because of chaos. But what chaos is being seen for is, if I got all this stuff on this desk and I got one more place, one more thing to put in there, I need some room. I need some space. God is spacing, putting something. It's the space between each word that needs to be cleaned out.
So I'm going to use what happened today because I think it's a good conversation.
Yeah.
What it did was our normal routine of going on and doing this and doing that was interrupted.
Yeah.
And it put space between our going live and our starting. It did give us actual space in time.
Yeah, there you go.
And so I understand what you're saying. We got some good comments here, Pastor. So Norman is talking about the reset. Yes. And John Greason said, could it be interference on the way?
Well, it could be. But if you say that, that was going to put your attention on, don't nothing work right. I knew it was coming.
Or maybe it's not going to come back.
Right. Yeah. The chaos is working to get us to see, to look at it without being disturbed in the wrong part. Because we know in our infinite self there's no disturbance. But in that part that is disturbed, the mood swing, the change, let's check the rope. Let's check and double check. But do not do it in a panic mode. The chaos is there to panic. It's a panic mode.
Well, it triggers panic.
It triggers panic.
It triggers panic.
And remember when Jesus was in the boat, sleep down under the boat, he came up. The rest of them was in chaos. He wasn't.
They were panicked. Yes.
Okay. Remember this. They were in chaos and panic. Chaos was the scene subject on top of the boat. In the part he were, chaos was not able to distract him from his beingness.
And this in the chaos in the narrative that you're talking about, when Jesus was asleep in the hinder part of the ship and they were wrestling with the boat trying to keep it afloat in the storm. The storm was what normally happens.
Okay. Chaos would be like hell, and God is never moved by that.
Yeah. And so the norm of being in this earth life is times when there will be chaos.
Notice the reaction.
Times when there won't be. And so that's to accept that this is happening.
Time for the adjustment.
That's the reset, to accept that this is happening, but
you haven't lost anything.
Is the question why necessary?
Well, let me put it to you like this. The question came up when we saw him, what race was he, a black or white man, and all that kind of stuff. I didn't know till now that he was the one that answered the question, asked the question, so that he would be the one as the answer. Now, this is a perfect example that I'm giving you. So I looked at him and I looked at the picture. The only thing with the picture was there was no life in it. But when I looked at him, he was all life. So the chaos made a vision imprint of the truth that Jesus was us asking ourselves and answering itself for a perfect answer and a solution in the chaos. So it's like Judas at the table. He said, chaos is here at this table. Somebody here at this table is a chaos. And there's somebody, and Jesus was saying, I know who chaos is. I know what it is. But it did not disturb him from the course of being I and the Father being one.
Okay.
He never let that. One time he said, why hast thou forsaken me? At the cross. That's what the book said there. All right. That's chaos. Chaos was all around that cross, all around him. But he said, he experienced what we as him experience when it seems like attachment to him and oneness has left us. We lost contact. Chaos is the test of contact loss, or can we hold the ground? Now watch this. Chaos will reveal the strength of God in the midst of the chaos that is never disconnected.
True.
So chaos is establishing the plug. It's establishing the power or the presence. It's not going anywhere because it seems chaotic.
So would you say, and I need to do some comments, but so would you say that chaos is designed to test the integrity of the beingness?
And that's God's party.
And integrity, going back to, as you had explained years ago when you talked about the hull of an airplane.
Yeah. When
they look for hairline fractures.
The integrity of our
anything
ship.
that would cause the plane to not function.
Right.
So it's chaos, and that's my question is it that chaos is the testing of our integrity in the sense of, will there be dysfunction through this particular event?
Here's a good one. I said to these guys one time standing in the driveway out there, and they wasn't expecting this statement to come from me. I said, they were talking about eating chicken and all that kind of stuff. I said, wait a minute, let's stop, pause for a quiet moment. And they stopped, and I said, let's thank God for this moment. They bowed their head, and I said, Lord, bless this chicken that died, chaos, that we might live. And they all stood up and said, I never heard that before. Now, chaos was there, and I brought it up deliberately to stop them in their track and to evaluate the disturbance that it was trying to do to disconnect us from source by trauma, fear, aggravation. That's the reason why I remember Eckhart Tolle or whoever was made a statement that it was a young girl in a neighborhood where an older prophet guy or older sage guy lived, and she got pregnant by the boyfriend, but she didn't want to tell who the father was. So she put the blame
because she was afraid of her parents.
She's afraid of her dad. And she told a lie that it was the old man that lived down the street. So when the father heard about it, he went and confronted the older guy, and he said, "What else?" So at the time the child was born, he would the incident. Long story short, he took the child to the old guy and said, "This is your baby. Here it is." And the old guy said, "And what else?" And then finally, he did what he had to do, and it finally came out. He raised the child, yeah. And finally, she finally admitted who the father was. And they went back to apologize to the sage.
Well, in the meantime, it ruined that guy's the sage's
Yeah, it ruined it.
reputation
It ruined it.
and all of
Now,
that. But it didn't. He didn't respond to the chaos.
that's what I'm saying. He
Yeah.
did not let it get sour. I'll never have anything to do with that family. I hate them. I would never. And if they ever come to my door again, I'm going to lay them out. That's the chaos. That's what it does.
Sometimes when you're going through the undoing of the ego and you're getting, I'll say you're in deep water in that undoing, meaning life is really pouring it on to have that ego undone.
Yes.
Sometimes it changes what ordinarily would be a loving, kind response to an angry response because it is the actual dissolving of an ego. And I'm saying that simply because I see what Sinette is saying. Chaos is an ego identity dissolving.
And you have to see it.
Yeah.
It is showing you what it really looked like.
Yeah, I heard a sage say this, a spiritual teacher say this. He said there was a lady that came to him who had been following him, and she said, I don't understand. She said, I've always been very patient and not reactive, and usually I can tolerate certain things and not blow up. She said, but now that I've come to this point in my seeing, she said, I actually had a meltdown and blew up at a person simply because of road rage. And she said, I've never done that before, but now it's something that's being burped up, he said. It's something that's burping up, or it's the ego identity kicking up dust because it sees its demise.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so there are things that may happen that is totally out of character for you. Totally out of character because the ego is at its wit's end. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The ego is at its wit's end. And I understand this too for myself just this week. And I don't know how I arrived at this and how I came to this point in my seeing right now. But there's for the last couple of days, there's been a real relaxing here inside myself of not even looking or what's the word I'm looking for? Not even researching within myself to see if I'm maintaining a connection with God. Not even wanting to bring up the word God. Not even wanting to pray to a God outside myself. And so it's like there's something that's been accepted and settled here, and all of a sudden it feels very freeing that I don't have to worry about God. I don't have to worry about my life with God. I don't have to worry about whether or not I'm in the right.
Sounds like establishment.
Yeah.
The spirit of might.
Yeah.
Is the ability to proceed on. I'm not even in the distraction. I'm
not even concerned with, is my life on course with what God wants for me? Is a lot of the things that I had felt internally have just kind of gone to sleep. They're gone dormant.
Yeah.
And so it's a very freeing thing.
I'm not going to tell you that you need to do something. I'm saying that there is somebody in the chaos that has been hid, millionaire, billionaire, metaphorically speaking, that knows exactly what the chaos is designed to accomplish and designed for. Please know this. Please, and this is a moment. This is a moment when somebody just said the ego is being,
that was Sinette.
Okay, identified or dissolved.
The ego identity is being
dissolved. That's right.
Yes.
Now
I want to just point out some other things. Sissy said, she said, I was thinking that resting, stepping back, observing, it gave space to respond without panic.
Yeah.
The mind immediately tries to analyze.
Yeah.
Yes.
But here's another one.
And then,
Panic must reveal itself.
yeah, and then Jill asks, are minor attacks connected to chaos?
That's it.
Yes, but now the question is, if you're doing an inquiry, what is the mind attacking?
Mm-hmm. Now here's another word I hear it mentioned a lot, and you say it, and this is something of pattern or condition. Does this make any sense? Now watch
Yeah,
this.
I
Now,
say that a
I'm
lot.
gonna bring this to you now. That statement doesn't make any sense. It's okay, but here's what's going to happen. God is going to show you that it does not make any sense to that part of you that's asking the question. Now, watch this again. Here's the turnaround. The chaos is there. I'm gonna take a chance on saying it. God put it there for Himself to show Himself that it does not have to make sense for it to be recognized for its purpose.
Okay.
Okay. Purpose of this is a divine order. In other words, it's like God asking Himself as us a question, and as us, He answers back to Himself to make sure that you see the chaos as an objective view. From an objective view, somebody said Smith Wigglesworth, one of the famous evangelical guys years ago, said he was upstairs in bed and said something was making a big rumble and tearing up things downstairs. He thought maybe somebody broke in the house. So he went downstairs and looked, and there it was, metaphorically speaking, there was Satan downstairs, and he was having a fit. He was mad. He was the chaos that was taking place. And Smith Wigglesworth, the statement is made, said he looked at that chaos and said, "Oh, it's just you," and went on back to bed.
Okay.
It's an attitude that your spirit self is already that attitude, and He wants that part of you. In other words, spirit, soul, and body coming into full acceptance of the true self. Chaos reveals what is out of place that should not disturb not your little bitty nerve. But I'm saying it like that because a lot of us are trying our best to study more, read more, pray more, so that when something happens, we can take it better. There are some chaoses that catch you off guard and is intended to get you off guard so that you can see the glory of God living this life.
Well, I mean, if you really take a look at life itself in this earth existence, this whole thing is chaotic.
Thank you.
This being in this world,
but watch it.
Is chaotic.
He said, "Watch it, because out of this chaos, something is changing."
In this world, being in this world is organized dysfunction. It is rebirth and a moment to take new direction. It is disruption of harmony in the situations. It is confusion and disorder. It is too much all at once. It is built into the plan.
Yes,
it's all of that. So there is no getting away from it.
No,
that's what life in the earth plane is. It's an up and down, like the heartbeat is up and down. It's up and down, and that's just the way this world is. So, if that's the case, now I remember hearing Eckhart Tolle say this. There was a lady who was from India. She moved to the States, to the United States, to the West. And she said that she was really disturbed because there was no peace here. It was fast paced. It was the energy was, like you said, chaotic. For her, it felt overwhelming. And she was longing to go back to India, her home, because there, she said, it was different. And Eckhart said to her, when you can live in the West and India be in you, then you will have no problem wherever you are. So that we tend to try to change the outward circumstances in order to make it feel better. However, it will feel better when you turn away from it and allow it to be instead of having thoughts about it. And that's what was causing her to have trouble. I wanted to point out what Linda said as well. She said chaos could be the opposite of peace in this world of duality, like light and dark, hard and soft. Can't have one without the other. Yeah.
We ask the question from God. I want to see you.
Mm-hmm.
If everything was going good, oh, I saw the Lord. I see him in this. Chaos is an indication to weigh, wade the waters. Can you swim like you were swimming before the chaos? I want you to be able to have the chaos and not change the way you see your real self and others. That's the reason why I often say, but I was looking at, for instance, today I was looking at Bob Hayes, the famous track star, world records.
Was it Bob Hayes?
Bob Hayes, what was his
It
name?
wasn't Bob Hayes.
No, but he's a track star.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but it wasn't
this
Bob
guy
Hayes.
in what was his name? I looked at him today.
Yeah.
And he broke records in the jump scene in the Olympics and all that in Germany,
black
Russia.
Guy. Yeah, a black guy.
Yeah. But anyway, he was in Germany. Hitler was in charge during that time, and he was living. And they didn't like the fact of the United States winning all these gold medals, but it caused chaos. You are a winner and not a failure. Failure must approach you and present itself to you so that you can see that it's not by might nor by power, but by your divine essence, which is the grace of God doing the whole thing.
Now, Sinette says,
be thou made whole.
Yeah, Sinette says she's in external chaos right now and is in big internal change as a result. And
yes.
It's really interesting.
Yes, it is. It is. Hey, look, I'm shaking my knees talking about this because in any second, somebody can say or something could happen. But I want to be so fixed.
Well, I mean, you're living in chaos in the sense of your health challenges.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. I mean,
my hearing and walking.
Well, and the pain that you have with walking and all of that with moving.
Yeah.
You're in that almost 24/7 chaos.
Yeah.
So you're having to practice what you preach in the sense of allowing this to happen, but at the same time you have reactions too. So
the reaction to this the reactions is the conditioned human side. All right, don't try to change that.
Right.
And the reason why I say that is because I found out that God, the eternal self, has not gone in. I can't.
I know it has. I know that.
I'm trying to say something that is no words indescribable. It is a private sector of God, your true self, eternal self, in a calmness. I can't. I want the words to come, but I'm having a chaos now. Somebody is anyway, but I know this.
John Greason is asking, was it Jim Thorpe? And well, I don't think it was.
Was it what?
Jim Thorpe, the guy that was written.
No, he's a black guy. What's his name?
It's right on the tip of my tongue, but I'll probably think of it after we're done.
It wasn't Bob Hayes, was it?
No, it wasn't Bob Hayes. It was not Bob Hayes.
Oh, we saw him on
yeah, you looked at it today. And then Norman says this. He said, chaos reveals to us what's offline in us. So all of these things we're saying about chaos is bringing you back to this health challenge that you've got, which is chaotic for you. There are times when you can't let go. There are times when you can't be okay with it. There are times when it's very frustrating and irritating, disturbing, to the mind, and the pain is unbearable. I've watched you. So there's what you're saying, what I hear you saying is there is a purpose in what you're going through.
But see, this kind of talk, right? We're talking now. It needs to be said in a different way than what we've been conditioned for in the brick and mortar. Because the first thing they would do said, "The devil is a lie. I bind you."
Yeah, well, I don't think any of us are saying.
Yeah, I know we're not, but I'm just telling you that's what we went through in that area. And I saw, after going through it, I saw God, I saw Jesus going through it more so than just Sawyer having problem with other people. Jesus said, "I must tell you this. I am going to be judged by the Sanhedrin. I'm going to be dealt with, and these
Jesse
things."
Owens, that's it.
Jesse Owens.
Jesse Owens.
Jesse Owens.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
right.
you, Sinat. Yes,
Yeah,
Jesse
thank
Owens.
you. That's who it was. That's who it
and
was.
You were bringing him up for what reason?
I saw him today on a movie, and they knew that Germany, whatever it was not going to go along with the United States winning, and it started a lot of
because
wars.
Germany didn't want the Jews to participate in the Olympics.
But you know what?
And in fact,
they couldn't stop it.
And in fact, when Jesse Owens ran and won, in America, actually, United States actually got the gold medal. That's what started World War II.
That's it.
That's when Germany went to war with and so that's what that was. That's what triggered it.
Something is being cleared out.
Yeah. Can I put up another? Okay. Norman says chaos reveals to us what is offline in us, so we must remain undisturbed. And when we say we must remain undisturbed, sometimes that's impossible as the disturbed one. That's what you mean when you say it's not a doing. For me to try to be undisturbed is too much effort.
It's too much.
Too much effort. It puts more of a burden on me that's disturbed.
Go home.
It gives me more conditions that I'm under. So it has to be an actual letting go.
That's it. Now, who is it that lets go?
And it's not the disturbed one that lets go. It's letting go of the disturbed one.
I don't want this.
And I don't want to just. I feel like we're just shooting out words.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that. Just shoot out words.
But see, here's the chaos. You have to do that. That's part of the course. You don't want to just shoot out words. It has to be like this. Now, accept it. But who's it? Watch this. Wait, hold on. It's a real sneaky thing because here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
You don't want to, but it's God wanting to.
Okay. When I say that, I'm saying I don't want the mind to give an answer.
That's okay. It's
okay. And I feel the mind trying to give an answer.
That's right.
For it.
You're supposed to, without resistance. Let it do its course, because even that is the glory of God in the midst of it, seeing all of this, and yet at the bottom of this thing, there is a translated transcending that takes place in chaos. That's what it is.
So in our Western culture, we've often said, when you get to the end of the rope, the end of your rope, tie a knot and hold on. But I'm saying, when you get to the end of your rope,
don't tie a knot.
Let go of the damn thing.
Wow, she got hey, bro, Johnson, you got a Cheerio stirred up there. Let the damn thing
let go of it. Stop trying to hold on. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, my mom, before my mom passed, we would pick her up, take her to the doctor, and when we were coming out, she loved Krispy Kreme donuts, so we come on out. We got we started out there from the house, and it was kind of it was whether kind of cold or hot, whatever. Well, she wanted some outside air in the car, you know.
It was It was hot
yeah, it
because
was
you
hot,
had the
yeah.
air conditioner
Yeah.
on, and she kept rolling the window down, saying, "I like outside air."
I like outside it.
And-
I said she kept. She wrote it. She let it down with the button, and I let it back up.
Yeah.
She let it down. I let it back up. And I just tell you what I told her. I said, "Get your own damn car. You can roll the window up and down. You want to."
You were at the end of your rope.
Yeah.
And so instead of tying a knot, you let go of the damn thing. That's what
so
you
she
did.
sat there for a long time. She kept on riding. I mean, she had locked her to give her lockjaw. When she sat there and shut it down and just got still. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she said, "I'll get my own damn car."
And I'm sitting in the back.
Yeah, she said in the back. She said in the back seat, she had to see all this chaos. So Mama come home. She went and told the neighbors about the car, and that she said, "I'll get my own damn car." She couldn't drive a car, a grocery buggy in the store.
Well,
Let's go in a car.
I'll give you an example of what I mean when I said just let go of the damn thing. Okay, with my skin, you guys, I've talked to you about this before. My skin is crazy. It turned white. Now it's trying to go back to brown, but it's brown spots popping up everywhere, just randomly. And so I'm more white on the front side and brown on the back side. So when I get ready to go outside, if the sun's shining, I have to cover up because I can sunburn, or I can create more dark spots, and I don't want to do that because it just makes it more noticeable. So I've just gotten to the point where, oh hell, I'm tired of trying to cover up. I'm tired of trying to protect it. I'm tired of trying. I just let go of the damn thing. So now I go out and so I've accepted what's happening to this body. If it wants to make brown spots, if it wants to be white, I don't care anymore. I'm letting go of the rope. So I can just live. So I can just be without worrying about all of that. And that's just one example. So I'm learning to do that. Even with baby girl, she has this lip licking thing she does, which we haven't figured out in almost a year now. And the vets have tried to figure it out. They've run tests. They've done all of this. And so now she does it. I just look at her and we say, "Baby girl," and then she'll stop. So I've let go of that. At one point, we were researching. We were trying to find out what's going on. All of this. And all of a sudden, I don't care.
Remember this.
It's fine.
It is no longer we that live, the we that we thought was living. No longer we that live, but Christ liveth. And the life that I now live, I live. The life that is now being lived is being lived by Christ, who is the hope and the glory of this whole thing. This is not an ideal. It is a Christ. And now we see who it is that causes the storm, battles the storm, and gets through the storm.
Even the ability to let go of the damn rope is Christ.
Thank you. You know, she had to damn it.
Well, I say it like that because that drives it home.
And she had to held it and damn thing it and all that stuff.
We're so used to holding on.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's been our mode for most of our lives is hold on.
Yeah.
As if I let go, all hell's going to break loose. And in fact, when I let go, all hell doesn't break loose because it's already loose and I loose myself from it.
Loose, yeah. Okay.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. So Sissy says, yes, at the end of the rope, let go of the effort. Effort is suffering or disturbance, and she gets it.
Okay. Now here we go. You're going to see Christ. You're going to see the real self. Ain't no doubt about it. Okay. How can measure the chaos? To the degree of measurement would be the degree of space that would be filled with wisdom. God is saying, I'm moving something out of the way so that you can see clearly now the rain
Mhm.
has stopped.
What God moved out of the way for me was the effort.
Yeah.
And it's still happening. It's a progressive letting go. It's not I've let go of everything all at once, but it's a progressive letting go of things that disturb. I'm just learning to let it go, and I'm not really learning to let it go.
Mhm.
It's a grace that's working in it, like you said.
Mhm.
It's a non-doing
It
that's
is.
being done.
That's right. That's right. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
God gave and made us his power. So if we or us as one with God, that power is made to see evil for what is really behind this thing
Hmm.
without being detached from our true identity. I want you to look at this thing square right in the face.
Yeah. Okay. I'll use myself as an example again. With this skin condition, I am not trying to seek healing anymore. I've let that go. I am
Mhm.
not trying to be one color anymore. I have let that go.
It ain't
I
easy.
am not trying to cover up so that I don't have sunburn and more spots. I have let that go. And it is so freeing. And it's gonna sound crude because it's freeing to not give a damn. It really is freeing to not give a damn.
Look at you.
Mhm.
You some
I'm
Ken.
saying it because that's where we all are.
You sound like you've been to Hoover Dam and you seen Dan the damn tour guide. So you don't give a damn. Oh, Dan, Dan works at Hoover Dam, and he's the one that takes the people around through the Hoover Dam and tells them about the history of it, the chaos that
I
they
mean,
went
I
through to
can think
build the
of a
thing.
million
So
examples in my personal life.
yeah, so they got to set up. So if you go to Hoover Dam, you got to park in the damn parking lot,
And it's
and then get out your damn car and go
it,
through the damn door.
okay. It's not that I don't care, but I don't mind anymore.
Yeah, well, you say
I don't mind.
you don't give a damn, but you got to follow
It's the
Dan.
same thing.
Dan is the only one who can tell you how to get through the dam.
Now you're just playing with the word damn.
Yeah, ain't that a damn shame?
Oh, Lord. Stretch your hand this way.
Hey,
You
so
building on it, aren't you?
yeah. Oh, so Dan, take you down the damn
Okay,
steps
wait.
and make
Before
a turn
you go into
at the
that,
damn door.
okay.
Okay.
I want to say what
Okay.
Sonetta said. She
Yeah.
says, "Let's go to rope."
Yeah.
Because we can, just because we can. I am
That's
already
Jesus. Let go. That's
in
Jesus.
the unknown, so let me embrace the flow of
Yeah.
life. Now, and this is the thing: if you can't let go of the damn rope, then go ahead and hold on as long as you can until you realize you ain't gonna be able to hold on no more.
And you gonna run out of damn rope.
Exactly. So put all the effort in that you want.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
Have a
wear
damn good time,
yourself out. And then you will come to the end. And when you do, you just let go.
When you do that, I said, look at that little thing. Look at that little girl. Look at that little man.
When you realize nothing's working.
Yeah.
When you realize nothing is working.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's when you just, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I go to a Bojang and I ask him, I said, look, you got any chicken gizzards? So if you ain't got no,
you're getting silly because I said that.
I want a bowl of chicken dicks.
Just because I said that, you getting silly.
You went crazy. I said, can you give me a chicken clabber?
Why you gotta talk about chicken clabbers and all gizzards and all of that? Because I said that.
Yeah, because I want you to understand that you got to take this chaos and have fun.
I'm having fun
and get happy with it.
I am
because
happy.
If you don't,
I'm happier now because I let go of the damn rope.
See, there you go again. You want to start some damn chaos.
Sister Chris said this. She said, just get you a brick and that will take care of it all. You guys who don't know what this is, an inside joke. Sister Chris gave us this years ago when I got on a plane we were all running to get on this plane, and the plane was about to take off. And so they were checking in at the desk, and they said, "Go ahead and get on. We'll all be right behind you." And daggone, I got on the plane, and the plane took off without them. And I'm standing there, and Sister Chris stands there and looks out the window and says, "Well, fan my tail with a brick."
Ain't that a damn shame? So
Oh, see,
we
now you
saw
just
you.
want to
We
cuss.
saw you. That ain't cussing.
So just get a brick, and that will take care of it.
Just knock the hell out of something anyway. You will have to see this.
I don't know if this is spirituality or not, but
it is spiritual.
It
is very spiritual.
Very freeing
Very spiritual.
to just let go.
Very spiritual.
And if you can't let go, that's okay too.
Yes, okay.
Because you will eventually come to that point after you just wear yourself out.
You are a jackpot winner. And there's no need of you getting your underwear in a knot. But if you do get them in a knot, they ain't gonna be in a knot long, because you're going to see something through this that only God can reveal. This chaos says, hands off. I'm scary when I say this, because some of this may ruin relationships.
Why? Because
some of this chaos that's going on is
you holding on to a relationship that's already ended.
Yeah, hold on. There's some people that has to be removed because they are an instrument of change in your life.
Well, yeah, and then some of these relationships are still chaotic because we're
toxic.
Holding on to something that has already died.
Right. Toxic.
Yes.
And I thought we were friends, but now with this waking up, sometimes it comes to loneliness.
Or presence can change loneliness into solitude and stillness.
And wisdom, insight. Mm-hmm. Now, we hope we said something.
It's all about how
the fun that we've had is good. But listen, when I listen to what's going on around us with certain people that our age, that have crossed over.
Yeah, we're not making light of anything. No, we're not making light of anything.
Oh boy, I'm telling you, this moment that we are embracing right now,
there are some very hard sensitive. There's some very hard things that people are experiencing. Yeah. So we're not making light of any of that.
A little lady I saw in the restaurant, I said to her, Spirit said to me, ask her about teachers in her family, and I did. She said, oh yeah, there's teachers and principals of schools that in her family. And I had a chance to tell her that I saw Jesus, I saw Christ inside of her. And one lady I told her I saw Christ in her. She said, every morning when I leave, she said, I ask God that somehow see Jesus in her life. And that to me, when I say this, I want to say it to somebody who can't see it. That's mean, disruptive, chaotic.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. Mm-hmm. I have even given up trying to see Christ in everybody. Mm-hmm. Like the man who farted on me. I didn't see Christ in that man.
Now she said,
all I saw was a man who was passing gas just as I walked past.
Yeah, I got that.
So I did not see Christ.
Let me
but
tell you.
In hindsight, I know Christ was there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for it. Yeah. Listen, we went in the post office one time. I stayed in the Jeep. I was waiting for her to take a package in there in the post office. And she went in, and I was sitting there waiting, and I saw her come out the door. And instead of getting in the passenger side, she went in front of me to the car next to me, to the truck next to me. I just looked at her.
I got in it too.
She opened the door, got up in this man's truck, and sat there.
And the man was looking at me like, who are you and what are you doing? And then it dawned on me that I was in the wrong.
Yes, you were. And I was watching you close.
And then his wife came out of the post office, and she was and you let me get in there without letting me making me know.
I didn't want to make it chaotic. So I watched. I was looking at you, because if he drove out with you, he wasn't gonna get far. You woke up.
I did.
That chaos woke you up, didn't it? And you say, "Oh Lord."
Laverne says I'm like I Love Lucy, that I'm always doing stuff. I am.
Yeah,
I
oh,
do.
yeah.
I do. It's true. I do. I do.
That's she's some kin to Dan the Damn Tour Guy. But anyway, she got out the truck and come around and said,
And you know, somebody's gonna really be turned off by all of our damnings and stuff like that.
Damage.
So, you know, but I'll be honest with you, I don't give a damn.
So you know what?
I don't give a damn.
Well, boy say, damn it.
No, see, you get to go.
But anyway, thank y'all for listening to us today. I don't know how you could take this chaos.
Oh my God,
we're going through some very chaotic words here, but it is true.
I don't know how spiritual this was, but
thank you, Pastor, for your passion for all of us. Yes, thank you, Brother John. I do. I see people in restaurants and places where I go. And I can see Jesus, and I'm not trying to. I don't have to, because I know now the truth of who Christ is. When he said, "I was naked, you clothed me." I see the essence in everybody I meet. That don't mean out there in that traffic, when that road rage come up, that God is gone. He's inside, but he's watching inside. That's the key. We're going to talk some more about this.
I don't know about this.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
I don't know about this, but we might. But you know, this is, and who was that? Marvita. Hey, sweetheart. She says, freedom is priceless. Yes, it is. Yes. We're not even trying to live up to any religious image anymore.
That's gone.
Yeah.
That's gone.
Because I know that the majority of people who are trying to live what we consider holy, behind closed doors, they're full of hell. And they're cussing and everything else. Yeah, they are. So don't be two-faced. Don't be the hypocrite. In other words, acting one way, and then in your private life, you're totally different.
That's right.
What you see here is what you get.
Yep.
This is
and we're not trying to be cussy to make you see this.
But you enjoy doing it.
You know,
you enjoy talking about Dan the Damn Tour Guy.
Oh yeah, Dan. I don't know if he's still working there or not. But anyway.
Now look, Linda says. Now Linda's the instigator. She's instigator. She says, "Thank you for this conversation. I've learned I can swing from the rope just before I let go, and then move right into not giving a damn." Oh my gosh! Thank you guys so much.
Was that the one on
Good Times?
Good Times.
She said, "Damn."
She plugged it up. But anyway.
Oh my Lord. We're too free. Somebody's gonna stumble over our freedom, but it's all right.
Somebody asked one of our musicians, said, Who's that preacher on that cussing so much? I said, no, it ain't nobody cussing. We're just having a good damn time. Or damn good time.
Oh my God.
Hey, I appreciate you guys understanding how it is when you get happy and you don't give a damn no more. And you know, you can walk. You know what? I tell them folks at the Jeep place when they get ready to take the Jeep to get it serviced. I said, look, they want us to wash your Jeep. I said, yeah. I said, go ahead. But I said, I won't caution you now. When you get in the driver's seat, don't disturb all that stuff I put in that seat. I said, that's a private sector. And I said, I don't want that vibration frequencies in my seat to be disturbed. So be careful how you sit on my seat. I have fun with them. And they look at me and say, boy, you're crazy. But anyway, thank you for having fun with us today.
Hit the like button, you guys.
Please
hit that button. Hit that
If it wasn't for chaos, we wouldn't be on here. You know what?
Yeah, that's true.
The pandemic or the damn panic.
COVID was chaos.
The COVID damn panic was the cause.
But hit the like button for that algorithm thing that we talked about. So people will find us, and it helps us to move up in the ranks.
Yeah.
Hit
Yeah.
that button. And if you haven't subscribed on YouTube, go ahead and do that too. We've got a couple of new subscribers. We usually get a couple of new subscribers every week.
Yeah, we do. We sure do.
And it's really refreshing and encouraging to us
Hey,
to see that.
y'all ought to be here with us when we get to cutting up with each other and go to laughing, but we have fun, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Sometimes
in the midst of the chaos.
And sometimes we be in the bed in our sleep and be like, I laugh in my sleep at some of the things that come up.
Yes, you do. You do.
But thank you
yes,
for a very wonderful session. Today has been absolutely wonderful. We got
Love
a chance
you guys.
to talk to all you good people out there that don't give a damn. And that's
Don't do it no more now. That's enough. That's enough.
But you are wonderful people.
We'll be back again with Impromptu on Thursday at 12:30, and Pastor Norman will be with us for a great conversation. We had a good conversation last time, didn't we?
Yeah,
It's always really refreshing, and we have the conversation coming from the viewpoints of pastoring and pastoring coming out of the religious confines, and that's what the conversations are always about. So
hold everything down now. Be nice out there and tie it down on the left side, the right side of the road, and keep it in the middle.
Sinette says we're vibration raisers.
Oh, shucks, yeah. I like that. I have fun everywhere I go. But
yes,
anyway,
we love you, Sinette.
Yeah, we love all of you. Pastor Norman,
thank you guys for tuning in. And don't forget to hit the like button again.
Yeah.
And share it if you know that someone may want to hear what we had to say, if you know they can handle our freedom. And I understand everybody may not be able to handle our freedom, but if you know somebody that might want to do that, then just send this, just share it with them.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you for your support. Thank you for your support. We love you. We'll see you again on either Thursday at 12:30 or Sunday at 10. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.